Princeton Tiger basketball is on the air tonight from Prouty Gymnasium on the campus of Princeton High School. It's the St. Bede Bruins taking on the Princeton Tigers. We want to welcome not only the fans of the Princeton Tigers, but also those of the St. Bede Bruins. A big night tonight. Jamie Reinhardt with the chance to wind up with 1,000 points in his career. He is just 26 points short. I'm joined tonight by Charlie Walker. And Charlie, good to have you on board.
Good to be with you, Norm. It sure is an enjoyment to be back here at Prouty Gym, the friendly confines, as we have always called it.
All right, we're going to turn the next couple minutes over to Mike Varana with the starting lineups and Princeton High School Pep Band for our national anthem. Charlie, a tale of two teams, the Tigers at 5-3, the Bruins at just 1-10, but certainly things could have been a lot different for St. Bede.
Well, it's too bad there were two players moved away, because you're right, it would have been quite a bit different season for St. Bede's.
Yeah, Paul. And
incidentally, there is one thing we got to remember tonight. Jamie Reinhardt is 26 points away from 1,000 career points here at Princeton High School. He's got this game and one more later on this week.
Yep, and that'll be against the Bruins as well, as the Bruins get the opening possession. Tigers are in a man-to-man. Now a pass goes inside, and Story with the shot, no good. And the rebound to Caden Monroe.
Tigers in a man defense down here. They're down right below us.
Now Grady Thompson from the baseline, it's good. Tigers out in front 2-0. Now the Bruins on the run. Layup, put up, and in. Getting that one to go is Nathan Potoff. Pass intercepted underneath the hoop by Link. Go ahead, Charlie.
No, go ahead.
And the Bruins get it in close, and scoring is Damerl. Braden Damerl, also a quarterback for them in football. 4-2 in favor of the Bruins.
4-2 right now, Norm.
So the Bruins coming in, as we said, 1-10, but showing a lot of spirit. By the way, the Bruins without another one of their good players, Gunnar Yauk. He's hurt, 6'6" center. Missed shot by the Bruins, and here come the Tigers. Caleb Herring gets to Grady Thompson, and now in it goes. And it's Caden Monroe from close range, and we're tied at 4. Now a steal, and Tegan Davis puts Princeton up 6-4.
Who got that bucket?
Tegan Davis, yeah.
Okay.
It's like you blink and
look down and put a 2 down for a score, and it was gone. And one thing with the height of Princeton, if they can, anytime they can post up these small guys from St. Bede's, it's going to make quite a difference.
Yeah, you're right. Great point, Charlie. A big height advantage for the Tigers. Now the ball's kicked out of bounds. It'll remain in possession of St. Bede. We're all tied up at 6. Although I actually have 6-4.
I got 4-2.
Now they change it on the board.
Okay.
Ball knocked out of bounds, retrieved by Coach Smith. Out of bounds to St. Bede. So they're making it up the court in very small increments. 6:11 to go, first period. Tiger lead is 2. Story works against Grady Thompson. The Bruins' only win this year, I believe, came early against Bureau Valley. Now a drive to the basket, and the Tigers are going to bail them out with a foul. Looked like there could have been a travel call there. Tegan Davis picking up that foul.
Second team foul on Princeton so far in the ball game.
St. Bede inbounding on the inbounds, and they get a man open wide under the basket. And
Potoff, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's his second basket, and we're tied at 6. Tegan Davis on the wing. Tegan drives to the top of the key. Now Jamie Reinhardt to Grady Thompson. He has his pocket pick. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll remain with Princeton. Well, Jamie certainly a hero the other night against Sterling Newman with 21 points. Now a drive to the basket by Monroe, and this one off the mark, and here come the Bruins on the run. Tigers still in that man-to-man. Here's a three-point attempt. It is off the mark. Rebound knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bruins as Link.
It looks like it went off of Thompson's hands, but he had some help over his shoulder.
Bruins to inbound. They get it in. Three-point shot on the way. No good. Rebound taken down by Caden Monroe. Led ahead to Grady Thompson. Euro step, misses. With the rebound now is Tegan Davis. His follow is no good. Jamie comes up with it, goes to the basket, and he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
That's going to put Jamie at the line for a pair of free throws.
Charlie, we got some scores from last week, and one of the ones that really jumped out at me was the Hall girls getting their first win.
Yeah, they defeated the Storm of Bureau Valley. It's 47-38.
As Jamie makes the first free throw, and Jackie Chenault with quite a game.
Jackie had 17 points for Hall.
Second free throw for Jamie Reinhardt is good. 8-6 Princeton, and now a travel call on the Bruins, and it'll come right back to Princeton. Yeah, Hall was unbelievable as a team in that game.
Yeah,
for
19 of 22 from the free throw line. That's a great shooting for any level.
And you know what, Charlie? That doesn't just happen. That shows those girls practice a lot at that.
You got to practice and practice and practice.
Now Monroe nearly has his pocket pick, but Jamie Reinhardt picks it up and scores.
Gives Jamie 4 points tonight, 10-6.
Full court pressure by the Tigers, but Story weaves right through it. Now Damerol back to Story. Story to the foul line. Bruins doing a good job moving the ball, but just cannot find an opening. Now here's one off the glass. Shot no good. Missed by Potoff, and here come the Tigers. Midway through the fourth period. Tegan Davis for three. No. Rebound to Story. So, Charlie, those undersized Bruins so far doing a decent job on the boards.
They're doing a good job. If the ball comes off and it comes right to you, you're doing a good job then. Just don't have them come off underneath the bucket because Princeton's going to get it with their height out there.
Bruins are having a hard time getting an opening. Now here's a drive to the basket. Layup is missed by Link.
You saw a big guy in front of him and just
I think that's exactly
that
right.
layup.
Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll remain Princeton basketball. Of course, the Tigers victorious
Colt
over
Monroe's
Newman.
coming into the ball game for the Tigers, and I'm not certain who else came in. Number 32, I believe it is. Yes, Isaac Legner.
And it looks like we've got the mass timeout.
Yep.
10-6 in favor of Princeton. And Jamie Reinhardt with 21 points Friday night. No, it was Saturday night. What am I saying? We had games all day long that day. How could I forget that?
Right. They were all here.
And the other score that we didn't touch on yet was the Hall boys really putting it to Bureau Valley.
Up in that Hall game, Hall game 70-41 over Bureau Valley. Macrosedich had 24, Peyton Plum had 16, and Drake Garland 10 for the Red Devils. In the girls' game,
by the way, Carter Salisbury, a big game for the Storm.
Yeah, with 23 points for the Storm.
So I think we've pretty well covered the scores from the weekend.
I'm just looking here. Hall had 6 players.
Yes.
At the end of the game.
And you know what, Charlie? Their record is probably something along the lines of like 1-4 because they missed 2 weeks of the season with COVID protocol, which 2 weeks of this season would be a big chunk out of any season, but especially this year.
Yeah, and of course, this coming weekend is the starting of football.
Tigers inbound. That's Colt Monroe. Now Cale Davis back to Colt Monroe. Open from the foul line. Shot no good. Rebound is gained by Isaac Legner. Misses once, misses twice, and draws the foul. Nice article in the paper tonight about the Monroe boys, Colton and Caton, written by Kevin Hieronymus.
Is that in the LaSalle paper?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't get it. I have to try to find one.
Probably be in the BCR, I bet, that they'll run it.
Kevin had one last week.
Isaac Legner's first free throw, no good. Tiger lead remains at 10-6. Second free throw by Legner. This one is good. Tigers go up 11-6. Full court pressure by Princeton. The Bruins able to get it across the line. Now Story drives into the lane, and his shot partially blocked by Legner. And it's going to be Princeton basketball.
They're going to say that ball went off of Griggs. Or no, Story, I think he said.
Yeah, I was like you. I think the referee may have been shielded a little bit. I think it was actually off the Tigers, but we'll take the break and a drive to the basket, and laying that one in is Tegan Davis.
This is Davis' second bucket tonight for 4.
13-6 in favor of the Tigers. Story, three-pointer on the way too hard. Rebound, Jamie Reinhardt. Led ahead to Colt Monroe, now back to Jamie. Between the legs dribble. to Tegan Davis. Now they get it to Legner on the baseline. Powers his way in. Can't get the shot off. Does retrieve the ball. And Tegan Davis says, let's set it up. And it goes to Colt Monroe, double teamed. Now Tegan Davis. Nice pass to Legner on the baseline. Back to Jamie for three, and it's right on the money.
7 points for Jamie.
And a drive and a basket made by Pothoff as our score is now 16-8. So Jamie has 7 of 26 if he's going to get into 1,000 points.
Who had
Two
that
more
one?
for Jamie.
Who picked up that bucket?
Jamie did, so
Okay.
he's got 9. And a foul going to be called here against the Tigers. Tegan
Dressler and
Davis
Grady
picking that
Thompson
up.
are coming into the ball game for the Tigers. And Tegan Davis is going to sit down.
As is Jamie Reinhardt, 18-8 in favor of the Tigers. Steal by Cale Davis. He goes all the way, can't get it to go. Tigers get it back, however, and this time with the layup, it is Colton Monroe.
Bucket by Colton Monroe there. His first one of the night.
20-8 in favor of Princeton. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will belong to the Tigers. And Coach Brian Hansen of St. Bede is going to take a timeout. Coach Hansen, a great guy, as we said. 2 of his best players moved away. His center is hurt. That's a lot to overcome.
That did happen quite a bit around the state of Illinois when they didn't play the fall sports.
Well, Charlie, as we said, Jamie's got a chance to get into the 1,000-point club with 26. He's off to a good start with 9. But, you know, one thing about Jamie, he's not going to do it just for the sake of that. He plays within the flow of the offense.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't force his way in on anything.
Tigers.
He's quite an athlete.
Oh, isn't
Not
he,
only
though?
just in basketball, but soccer and kicking and football. Church League softball, too. He won the home run derby last summer.
Yeah, good baseball player for Wick Warren. Won't be long, and those boys will be getting after it. Now the Bruins with some nifty passing, but it just leads to a triple team by Princeton. Story guarded by Cale Davis. Here's a nice drive to the basket. And getting bailed out with a foul is Logan Link. Link will go to the line for 2. Duncan Lawler is checked in for St. Bede.
That's Logan Link, I believe, at the free throw line.
Absolutely right. Free throw good. Bruins' first trip to the charity stripe. Tigers, conversely, are 3 of 4. Second free throw for Link, no good. It's knocked out of bounds, and it'll belong to Princeton. Just 58 seconds to go in the first quarter as Grady Thompson passes to Jackson Dressler. Now it's Cale Davis to Grady Thompson. Off of Grady, it'll belong to St. Bede. Tiffany Gonigam and the girls, they're playing on the road tonight at Putnam County. And then after tonight, they have one more game, and that'll be against St. Bede.
A lot of St. Bede action this weekend.
Yes, absolutely. Missed shot put up by Potoff. Bruins able to get it back, however. Coach Smith imploring his team on the defensive end. Drive to the basket. Shot is put up and missed by Logan Griggs, out of bounds to St. Bede. So both coaches going to their bench. Bruins inbound with 16 seconds left in the quarter. And it's Griggs with it. Now Lawler fires for three, and it's right on the money.
That's his first bucket tonight.
20-12 in favor of St. Bede, and a pass is airmailed over the head of Colt Monroe, out of bounds to the Bruins with 7 seconds left. Tigers set up in full court pressure. It's not a good feeling to see a 6'7" man in front of you on the inbounds. Bruins get it in. Down to 4 seconds. And at the horn, the shot is no good by Griggs, and that will end the first quarter. So our score at the end of one is Princeton 20 and St. Bede 12. Charlie, your thoughts on the first half, or first quarter, I should say.
Exciting ball game so far. I think we're seeing part of the time the height of Princeton overcoming, but also I think the quickness of Princeton also in certain positions is showing up. We're glad all these people, I don't know what to call it, Radio Land or Internet Land or whatever, they're out there
YouTube,
listening to the ball game, and we're sure glad you've joined us.
Speaking of Radio Land, our friend Jim Perona from St. Bede Catholic Radio is here tonight. Always nice to see Jim.
And I would assume he will probably be on the radio this Friday night from St. Bede's also. And so people want to pick up the ball game on radio, it should be on that radio station.
Jamie Reinhart passes inside, and now back to Jamie. Three-pointer, no. Rebound to Cade Monroe, and he has his pocket picked by Griggs. He drives down the floor, loses control, but it'll belong to St. Bede, down by 8.
Good defense out here by Grady Thompson on that breakaway.
Bruins have to beat the 5 count, and they do. They get it to Lawler. Skip pass to Potoff, and now a steal by Princeton. Here comes Jamie Reinhart. Nice pass led ahead to Tegan Davis. Jump ball or travel. They're going to call jump ball, and it'll go to St. Bede. They kind of had their pick there, Charlie.
Yep.
Could have went either way.
Still can't hear those whistles, can you?
And now a near steal, and a foul is called. Caleb Herring picking up that foul.
It'll be the 15th foul on Princeton, 2 on St. Bede
could
so
be
far.
Shooting some free throws here. Layup is up and good. Nicely run break as Duncan Lawler.
5 points for Lawler.
20-14 is the Princeton lead. Tigers have hit a bit of a dry spell. Jamie beyond the three-point arc. Passes to Grady Thompson. Wide open for three. Shot no good. Rebound, Tegan Davis. Tegan to Cade Monroe in the low block to Caleb Herring. He muscles it up. Shot no good. As you mentioned, Charlie, St. Bede really undersized, but playing some good defense underneath the hoop there.
That's right. That's right. Positioning is rebounding is positioning.
Now the Bruins get it to Lawler. 8-footer is good.
He gives Lawler 7 tonight.
St. Bede's outscored Princeton 4-0 here in the second period. Reinhardt into the lane, loses control, gets it back. Now the Bruins have it. Fast break, and it's Griggs, and he lays it in. And Coach Smith is going to want a timeout.
First bucket for Griggs tonight.
Look at that score. Princeton 20, St. Bede 18. And again,
it
the
was
Bruins.
An 8-point ball game at one time, wasn't it?
Yes. And the Bruins coming in at 1-10. But Charlie, they are putting out a great effort.
They are. We saw in the Southmore game, Princeton was down, I believe, at one point about 15 points. And they came back. Did you get the score? I did not.
No, we'll have to check on that at halftime. Well, as far as the Tiger football schedule, they have an open date on March 19th because a couple of opponents have had to cancel out.
They didn't find that one ball game they needed? I heard they were talking.
I think they're still working on it, yeah. We'll tell you more about the Tiger football schedule later on as Jamie brings it over the timeline, gets it to Tegan Davis, and now Grady Thompson. Coach Smith says don't hold the ball, move it around, and Jamie's called for travel. And
I don't know about that one, but
yeah, Coach Smith saying he held his jersey. That's why he traveled. Well, the Bruins get away with it, if that is the case. And Lawler brings it over the timeline for the Bruins, who have a chance to tie or possibly take the lead. Drive to the basket, shot put up, no good. And here comes Tegan Davis. Led ahead, and it's Grady Thompson with the layup.
That gives Thompson 4 for tonight's ball game.
And then the Bruins catch the Tigers napping, and it's Logan Griggs answering in kind. It's 22-20.
It gives Griggs 4 tonight.
Caleb Herring at the foul line, triple teamed. Passes in the corner to Cale Davis. Three-pointer too hard. Rebound Tegan Davis. He puts it off the glass and scores.
Tegan Davis for 6 points this evening.
Near steal by Tegan Davis in the backcourt. Coach Hansen wants to take a timeout with 5:10 to go in the first half. Princeton 24 and St. Bede 20. Well, Charlie, I mentioned that open date for Princeton on March 19th. You want to talk about some of the other games that are on the schedule?
Okay, on the 26th on a Friday, they'll be over at Hall Township High School for a 7 p.m. kickoff, and it will be a 5:30 kickoff for the Southmore ball game. Then on Thursday, April the 1st, April Fool's Day. This isn't April Fool's here. Holman versus Kewanee. And again, that game will be broadcast on Tiger Central Live at 7 o'clock. Southmore will be playing at 5:30. It is a Thursday night ball game because the next day is Good Friday. Then on the 9th of April, the Tigers will travel over to Orion High School for a 7 o'clock kickoff.
Okay, and we'll get you the last couple games here when we get the chance. But right now it's 24-20 in favor of Princeton. Drive to the basket and a missed shot by Potoff. And here come the Tigers on the run. Tegan Davis puts it off the glass. Shot no good. Could have been a block or a charge there, but the referees go for the no call.
Maybe it was best no call.
Yeah, sometimes it is.
Might be sometimes you're wrong no matter what you do.
Yeah. So Jamie Reinhart providing some heavy pressure on Lawler, but Lawler manages to get to the basket. Layup no good, and Grady Thompson looks to run. Grady to the foul line. Nice pass underneath the basket, and laying it in is Tegan Davis.
That's Tegan Davis. That gives him 8 for tonight's game.
26-20. Three-pointer is blocked by Cale Davis. The Bruins get it back. And now putting a shot up in traffic was Damerl. That didn't work. And the Tigers get the ball, and they're fouled in the backcourt. Damerl, an outstanding athlete, quarterback for their football team. But, Charlie, we talked about it last week with the girls. You can't coach height.
No, you can't. This may be the proverbial face mask timeout right now.
Okay, so we can get you the last two football games on the schedule.
Well, then on April the 16th, on a Friday, 7 o'clock, the Tigers will take on Newman up at Sterling. I would assume it would probably be at Sterling High School, as it always has been. Then on the 23rd of April, A 7 o'clock tip-off with Fulton here at the friendly confines, Princeton High School. Again, that game will be broadcast on Tiger Center Live.
But as we have learned during this pandemic season, if all that works out, that'll be great. But things are certainly subject to change. While we got a minute, Charlie, we can talk about the volleyball schedule. That would be the first game there.
Okay, first game will be March the 16th on a Tuesday night up at Bureau Valley. And then on the 18th, on a Thursday, Bureau Valley will be down here at Princeton for a home game for Princeton. It'll be a 6 o'clock. I would assume everything is at 6 o'clock. And then the first home game.
And that would be for baseball.
Baseball, April the 26th with Hall, a 4:30 first pitch. And softball, the first game will be April the 19th versus Seneca at home.
And I believe I should have wrote that down, but that I believe is a Saturday game. But yeah, lots of sports upcoming as the Tigers inbound the ball up by 6 midway through the second period. Cale Davis gives to Caleb Herring at the free throw line, back to Cale. Now it's Jamie Reinhardt. Jamie drives to the basket, puts it off the glass, and rolls it in. What great touch, huh, Charlie?
Found every part of that rim. That gives Jamie 11, I believe.
Now Lawler works against Caleb Herring. Steal by Cale Davis. Look at him go. And he jams it in. Cale Davis with the slam dunk. That's got everybody fired up.
That's his first bucket of the ball game.
30-20. Layup by Lawler. No good. And here comes Cale Davis on the run again. Cale stops at the three-point line, gives it to Caleb Herring. In the corner to Tegan Davis. Now Jamie for three, straight on, no good. Rebound Grady Thompson, who puts it in.
He gives Thompson 6 for tonight.
32-20 in favor of Princeton. And boy, the Bruins, when they get their hands on that ball on a rebound, they've got to hang on to it. Another block shot for the Tigers as Cale Davis gives to Jamie Reinhardt. Now Tegan Davis powers his way in, shot no good. Rebound to Luke Story. Damerl from 10 feet, no good. Rebound Jamie Reinhardt. Jamie behind the back dribble, gets to the top of the key. Passes to Cale Davis, three-pointer good. No, I take it. I'm sorry about that. It was shorted. It just hit the net. A little deceiving. My bad. 32-20.
That's Davis's
no, it didn't go in, Charlie. Did not go in.
It didn't?
No, it just hit the net. It was kind of deceiving from our angle. We're at the extreme other end of the court from the Tigers basket, as we'll see if Jamie can make this three, and he does. Jamie Reinhardt.
14 for Reinhardt tonight.
So he's on pace to get that 26.
Yeah, he is. He just may do it.
He needed
26
13
to get 1,000.
13 in this half to be on pace. Lawler to Damerl. Drives the baseline. Now Story gets into the lane, puts up a shot, and lays it in. Nice play by Luke Story.
That's Story's first bucket tonight.
35-22 Princeton. Drive to the basket by Grady Thompson. His shot is no good. Just a minute 22 to go. Drive to the basket. Far too easy for St. Bede as Logan Link lays it in.
He gives Logan 3 tonight's ball game.
35-24 Princeton. Jamie Reinhardt. Foul line runner is good.
16 for Jamie.
37-24 in favor
I guess
of.
we can say 16 out of 26 that he needs tonight for the 1,000.
And as we talked about, it's all been in the flow of the offense. Nothing's been forced. Steal by Tegan Davis. Look at that, behind the back dribble. Unfortunately lost control at the last minute.
Couldn't hang on to it. You see Dressler's coming back in the ball game. Colton is coming back in the ball game.
Along with Bennett
Sirens, I don't think he was in. Sirens is in the ball game for the Tigers.
Just 41 seconds remaining in the first half. I want to thank Grady Thompson, who actually sent up a couple of pies as a gift. They're Myrtle's Cafe pies for Tiffany and I. He sure didn't have to do that, but very, very touched by that gesture. Three-pointer is put up and missed by Floodstrom of St. Bede. 20 seconds left. See if the Tigers hold for one. Jamie has it out near the jump circle. 12 seconds. Now Jackson Dressler, Caden Monroe, 6 seconds left. And tosses it to his brother Colton. Shot no good. Couple of putbacks, and at the horn, it is Jackson Dressler.
That was Dressler, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And that'll bring us to our halftime score. Princeton 39 and St. Bede 24. So the Tigers scored 20 in the first period, 19 in the second. It's been pretty consistent. And again, Charlie on the Jamie Reinhart watch. How many points does Jamie have?
2, 4, 16, I believe. I
Yep,
got
16. Yep. So he needs 10 more to get into that 1,000-point club. We've got the Princeton Palms coming up, as well as the pep band for your halftime entertainment. Again, our score here at halftime is Princeton 39 and St. Bede 24. And now we're ready for the Princeton Palms performance. All right, we're about set for second half action. Charlie, want to give us some scoring numbers?
In that Southmore game tonight, the Princeton Southmore has defeated St. Bede's 48-45. Let's break down the scoring. Griggs for St. Bede's has 4 points. Demerell has 2. Waller has 7. Nathan Potoff has 6. Logan Link has 3. And Luke Story has 2 for a bucket. For the Tigers, Jamie Reinhardt with 16. Jackson Dressler with 2. Grady Thompson with 6. Krill Davis with 2. Tegan Davis with 8. Isaac Legner with 1. And the Monroe boys both have 2.
Thank you for that, Charlie, as Jamie Reinhardt underneath the basket puts it in. Make it 18 for Jamie.
Good rebound underneath there, keeping the ball alive and tipped it back in.
41-24 Princeton. Story from three-point land. And that shot is
That was
good.
a 3, wasn't it?
It was indeed. 41-27 Princeton. Caleb Herring to Jamie Reinhardt. Wide open 3. Yes! 21 for Jamie.
Yep.
Now the Bruins launch from three-point land.
Jamie needs 5 more.
That
for
was
the evening.
Potoff missing that. Skip pass stolen away by Luke Story. It was intended for Grady Thompson. Steal by Caleb Herring. Led ahead to Tegan Davis. Ball knocked loose, retrieved by Cade Monroe. Nice pass underneath the basket to Grady Thompson. He muscles it up. May have been fouled, no call.
Yeah.
And here comes
we'll
Link.
call it. We'll say he was fouled.
Drive to the basket, and a shot is put up. It's blocked by Cade Monroe. Go ahead, Charlie.
I was going to say Cade Monroe is going to pick up that foul.
And that was definitely a good call.
Yeah.
He got him.
That's his first team this half for the Tigers.
Logan Link to the line for 2. First one good.
And
Logan's 2 out of 3.
Krill Davis is coming in for the Tigers. And Tegan Davis is sitting down.
Second free throw for Link. This one too hard. Rebound, Caleb Herring. Now Jamie Reinhardt. Jamie down the lane. 10-footer is blocked. And the Bruins come away with it. Nice defensive play. And Logan Link hurriedly into the front court. Three-pointer is on the way. This one missed by Floodstrom. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to St. Bede.
Bounce all players down there to go out of bounds.
Coach Smith imploring the boys that when there's a rebound, make sure you grab onto it securely. And an inside pass, and missing once, missing twice is Potoff. And here come the Tigers on the run. Jamie Reinhardt got tripped up, no call, but now we get it. It's a blocking foul on St. Bede. That doesn't feel particularly good, Charlie.
No.
Fall on that floor.
No. That's one thing I don't want to do anymore is fall on that floor. Ain't no way.
44-28 is the Princeton lead with 5:59 to go in the third period. Logan Link picked up that foul, his second. Caleb Herring called for traveling. So Caleb's a little puzzled, but I think it was a good call.
I think it was too.
So here come the Bruins, down by 16. Story into the corner to Potoff. Now it's Logan Link. Link down the lane, puts up a shot. It's no good, goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Princeton. Tiger boys will close out the season Friday night at the Academy, taking on these Bruins. Princeton 5-3. Should they win tonight and that game on Friday, they'd finish at 7-3. Certainly a nice season. Driving to the basket and missing is Caden Monroe, but Jamie Reinhardt tips it in. 23 for
23,
Jamie.
yeah.
He is getting very close. Layup is good by Damerl. 46-30. Jamie
Here's Damerl 4 points tonight.
gives to Cale Davis. And Cale's going to launch from 3, and it's right on the money. And now Jamie Reinhardt gets the basket, and he's got a chance to get to his 26th point. He's got 25. So history perhaps to be made here. So everything's got kind of quiet here, and now we're going to have a timeout as everybody kind of catches the irony of that moment. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are anticipating knowing what's going to happen here.
Well, when you were broadcasting Bureau Valley, you saw Parker Newhoffen get 2,000.
Yep.
Which we know what a great player Jamie has been ever since his freshman year. 1,000 points is an incredible achievement. In fact, I don't know if you're aware, Charlie, if we had a normal season this year and Jamie basically repeated what he did last year, he would have wound up being the all-time leading scorer in Tiger history.
I did hear that someplace on the way.
Which,
yes.
when you consider players like Joe Rucklick and Michael Murray, that would
Matt
really be something.
Matt McDonald also, back when my son was playing in the early 90s. There were some guys that were very, very good ball players.
So Jamie is 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Free throw on the way. Too hard. We'll have to wait for another time as Cade Monroe just muscles his way in and scores.
That gives Monroe 4 points tonight.
The Bruins hurriedly back the other way, and a block shot, as that was Griggs putting that one up. 53-30 in favor of the Tigers. Bruins to inbound. They've got to beat the 5 count, and they do. They get it to Story. He's double teamed. Story keeps his dribble, works against Cade Monroe. Look at the speed of Story. Drives in and draws the foul on Cade Monroe.
No doubt about that.
Tigers have 3 at the scorer's table ready to check in. And they'll come in after the first free throw.
Story has 5 points tonight.
And that free throw a little bit too hard. Colt Monroe checking in. Isaac Legner. Second free throw for Luke Story. Around and out, no good. And here comes Jamie into the front court. Jamie down the lane, puts it up, shot no good. Rebound fought for and gained by Pothoff. So Charlie's come close twice.
Yes, he did. I thought he may know it and then it would hold up for a three-pointer.
Now Waller from close range, no good. Damerl's foul is no good, but he got pushed. And Braden Damerl will go to the line for 2. Isaac Legner picking up that foul.
Damerl has 2 points tonight.
First free throw on the way. Hits the front of the rim and bounces off. He'll have another. Logan Link checking in for Luke Story. Second free throw for Damerl. This one too hard. Damerl comes up with the offensive board, and now a steal by Jamie Reinhardt, and this could be it. Layup, good! And Jamie has done it. He has done it, and he has broken it by 1. He's got 27, 1,001 points as many of the people here standing and applauding. Even The St. Bede players showing good sportsmanship.
In fact, some of the St. Bede players and coaches are applauding over there.
Gets a hug from his dad.
That was his dad come out and give him a hug.
Well, we're all very proud of Jamie, no question. Perhaps in some ways it's more fitting that he got that 1,000th point on that driving layup. That's so typical of him.
He just took that basketball over and gave it to his dad. Dad's got to guard that thing going home.
And Brian Hansen congratulating Jamie. That's just pure class, isn't it, Charlie?
It is. Coaches always appreciate great ball players and the ones that don't show off.
And good sportsmanship, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Travel call on the Bruins. Well, 55-30, so should the Tigers.
And Jamie's going out now.
Yep.
Replaced by Grady Thompson.
Tigers on offense. It's Tegan Davis with it. Tigers being patient, and they get it now in the corner to Grady Thompson. Gives to Jackson Dressler. A 10-foot runner is good for Dressler.
That gives Dressler 4 for tonight.
Bruins a little bit out of control on this possession, but they managed to get it back. Potoff double teamed. Gets it back to Griggs. Griggs down the lane to Damerl. Damerl goes into traffic, puts up an 8-footer, no good. And here comes Tegan Davis on the run. Grady Thompson open for 3. Ring it up.
Gives Thompson 9 for tonight.
And there's that 30-point lead is in effect, 60-30 in favor of the Tigers. The Bruins just really battling as a three-pointer is put up and missed by Griggs. He gets it back. Potoff loses control of the ball. And finally retrieved by Jackson Dressler. Colt Monroe, layup, shot no good, but Colton will go to the line for 2.
Colton has a pair of points on a bucket in the first quarter.
First free throw for Colton is short. He'll have another as the Tiger lead is 30, 60-30. Second free throw upcoming for Colton Monroe. The right-hander's toss. This time it's too hard. And rebounding for St. Bede.
Pierce, I think it is.
Yeah, Nick Pierce getting that one. Near steal by the Tigers, and now the Bruins with some nifty ball movement.
Harmon.
And Harmon with the bucket. Patrick Harmon, 60-32 in favor of Princeton. Grady Thompson thought about launching a 3, instead gives to Jackson Dressler. He'll shoot a 3. Shot no good, and the Bruins, 2 men there, but they do manage to separate and get control of the ball. Lawler goes into the lane, loses control, out of bounds to Princeton, as that ball may have went down the steps and headed for Central Street.
Legner had to go out and get it. He hasn't been back yet. Still isn't back. Then the official's sitting there waiting for the ball to come up the steps.
Now he's going to check on him. Hopefully the door wasn't open.
Yeah, door could not end
roll
up
into
outside.
the parking lot across the street.
Yeah, that's right. Go out across Central Street. There he's
All
back.
right, there's Isaac. .139 to go, third period. Tigers by 28. And it goes to Colton Monroe. Now Grady Thompson open for 3, right on the money. And Grady Thompson's having a nice night,
That's
Charlie.
12 points for Grady tonight.
I say it every game, but it's just astounding. Only a sophomore. Griggs drives under the basket, tries to pass to Story. It's off the mark, out of bounds to Princeton. Tiger lead is 31 at 63-32. Grady Thompson. Now a three-pointer on the way, and that one is good for Tegan Davis.
He gives Davis 11 points for tonight's game.
66-32 in favor of Princeton. Bruins get it into the low post. A little baby hook shot is put up and missed by Harmon, but he'll go to the line for two. First free throw off the mark. Bruins have had a rough go from the foul line in this period.
Yeah, sure have.
They have made just 1 of 7. Second free throw. This time it's on the money. 3 points for Harmon. 66-33. It's doubled up. Legner puts it up and scores. Isaac Legner. Strong
That's
move.
Legner's third point tonight.
68-33. Bruins get it into the low post. Now they find a man open from 15 feet on the baseline. That shot is too hard for Floodstrom. And here comes Grady Thompson. Don't know if he's aware of the time. Just 6 seconds to go. Grady. Is he going to launch a three? He is. It hits the front of the rim. It's no good. And we have played 3 at Prouty Gym, and our score is Princeton 68 and St. Bede 33. Charlie, I don't know what they will do. We've had some games earlier in the year where the two teams agreed that even though it's mercy rule in effect, not to go with it. I suppose it won't take long to find out. I can understand in some ways, you know, your subs get in there.
That's right. That's the only time someone get
and then somebody takes
sun.
2 minutes shooting a free throw, and all they're doing is standing there, you know, so. Again, the Princeton girls tonight playing at Putnam County. They did score a victory over Putnam County at Putnam County earlier in the year, but promises to be a tough matchup tonight. Kind of unusual to play a team on the road twice in such a short season, but with the situation with gym availability and referee availability.
There's a big problem now is availability of referees.
Yep, and so it's like Coach Michael Fredericks always says, no referees, no games. So you have to tip your hat to them. They provide a valuable, valuable service. Lawler has it, passes underneath the basket, unable to shoot is Floodstrom.
Ooh.
And going hard to the floor is
heard that one way up
Floodstrom.
with our mic, with a headset on.
Just a common foul out of bounds. Floodstrom works against Caleb Herring, 8-footer, shot no good. Rebound Jamie Reinhardt. And out in front of the pack is Cale Davis. He misses. Tigers get an extra chance though, and that's Isaac Legner getting that one to go.
He gives Legner 5 points tonight.
70-33 in favor of Princeton. Lawler, nice pass inside. Lawler gets it back, 10-foot runner, good, and count it. So
and that'll give Lawler 9 points tonight, trying for 10.
Yeah, he's played a really good game. didn't start, so he's got that many coming off the bench.
And he's the leading scorer of the ball game for
wholesale changes for Princeton as Mac Williams has checked in. So has Jack Bauer, Logan Glancy, Bennett Sirens. So Duncan Lawler, and the question's answered, Charlie. The clock's still running, and he's shooting a free throw. So we do have the mercy rule in effect, and the free throw by Lawler is good. 70-36 in favor of Princeton. Bauer being closely guarded. Now it's Logan Clancy, and it goes to Williams. His shot is off the glass and in. Mac Williams.
Good bucket there by Williams on that move down the side of the lane.
72-36. The Bruins get it inside, and missing from short range was Schrammer for St. Bede. Now Jackson Dressler for three. Shot no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it off the glass and in.
That gives Dressler 6 tonight.
Tiger lead is 74-36 with 5 minutes to go. Glad to have you along on Tiger Central Live, our final basketball broadcast of the season. Ooh, nice move underneath the basket. Putting up the shot and not getting it to go was Patrick Harmon, but he will go to the line for two.
That'll be 7 fouls on the Tigers. So it'll be at least one in bonus every time the Bruins go to the line of scrimmage.
And of course, this one was in the act of shooting, so he'll get 2 shots. But you're absolutely right. They'll be shooting foul shots the rest of the way as Harmon's first free throw is good.
They'll give Harmon 4 points for the nice ball game.
Second free throw for Patrick. Lefty puts it right in. So there's another reserve for the Bruins that's done a really, really nice job as coming in
we
for
got
the
John
John Mykret.
Mykret, is that how you pronounce that?
The I's like a Y, Mykret. At least that's how Coach Goningham calls it. Okay. I always usually go with what she says. She has the kids in school. And three-pointer is put up and missed by Jack Bauer. Out of bounds to St. Bede. Three and a half minutes to go. Both these teams clearing the bench, which is certainly a good thing to do. Yeah, errant pass by the Bruins goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Tigers.
And the kids that are out there playing, it's nice to have the band still here.
Oh, Charlie, you are so right. Yeah, they could have easily maybe went home, but they're here to cheer their classmates on. Bauer thought about a three. Instead gets it to Mac Williams, and ball is stolen from Mac. Cross-court pass. Harmon throws it back across the court, and this one's knocked out of bounds. Apparently deflected by the Tigers. It'll belong to St. Bede. As we near the 2.5 minute mark to go in the game. Bruins get it in close, and that is Nick Pierce getting his first hoop of the night. And it goes to Mac Williams, loses control, it's out of bounds, it'll remain Princeton basketball. Logan Glancy to inbound, gets it to Bauer. Now a foul called. There'll be a common foul against the Bruins, out of bounds to Princeton. And it goes to Mac Williams. Three-pointer for Logan Glancy. Shot no good. Rebound taken down by Schrammer of St. Bede. Nice pass underneath the basket. However, shot will not go for Srammer. And here come the Tigers. Pass stolen away. Lawler, 10-footer from the baseline. Shot no good. Rebound, Mac Williams. Williams going to try to go coast to coast, and he does.
That did it. Mac Williams, that'll be his second bucket tonight.
Well, the old rule is, Charlie, keep going until they stop you.
That's
Nobody
right.
did. Oh, my goodness. Hard fall to the floor.
Boy,
for
we're
the
hitting
Bruins.
four awful hard times.
Steal by Lawler, and the Bruins have a breakaway. Taking his time and not laying it in, but getting the offensive board and scoring.
That's a hard one to do is when you
is Harmon.
by yourself down there.
At least he did have the wherewithal to gather in the rebound and make the hoop. Just 35 seconds remaining.
That's bucket with 7 points for Harmon tonight.
Like to see John Mykrick get a bucket here. Put it up, John.
That's what you're out
Take
there for.
it.
Get it
There
up.
we go. Oh, just off the mark, taken in by the Bruins. 19 seconds left. Lawler has it with 10. And this is Pierce for 3. Shot no good. Rebound, however, is made.
Who got that bucket?
Josh Grob. That'll do it. 76-44. Coach Smith and Coach Hansen exchanging congratulations. While Charlie is working on the stats, we'll listen to the band. How you doing, Charlie? Are you ready?
I think so. I think we got it. We don't.
Go ahead and take it.
Okay, for the St. Bede Bruins, we'll break down that scoring here. We were defeated by the Princeton Tigers 76-44. Nick Pierce had a bucket for 2. Logan Griggs had 2 buckets for 4. Braden Darmerall had 2 buckets for 4. He was 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Duncan Lawler had 10 points on a tray, 3 buckets, and 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Nathan Potoff had 6 points on 3 buckets during the first quarter. Logan Link had 4 points on 2 free throws and a bucket. He was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Josh Grob had 2 points for bucket during the fourth quarter. Patrick Harmon had 7 points on 2 buckets and 3 free throws. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And Luke Story had 3 points. No, messed that one up. Sorry about that. That should be 5 points. And he was 0 of 2 from the free throw line. For the victorious Princeton Tigers, 76-44 over the St. Bede Bruins. Jamie Reinhardt, the leading scorer in the ball game, with 27 points. And at 1,001 points for his career here at Princeton High School. Jackson Dressler had 6 points on 3 field goals. Grady Thompson had 12 points on 3 field goals and 2 trays. Creel Davis had 5 points on a tray and a field goal. Tegan Davis had 11 points on a tray and 4 field goals. And Mac Williams had 4 points on 2 field goals. Isaac Legner had 5 points on 2 field goals and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Colton Monroe had 2 points and he was 0 of 2 from the free throw line. And Cade Monroe had 4 points on 2 field goals. At the end of the first quarter, the Tigers were up 20-14. 12 in the second quarter. The Tigers outscored the St. Bede Bruins 19-12, giving a score of 39-24 at the half. In the third quarter, the Tigers outscored the Bruins 29-9 during that quarter, bringing us a third quarter score of 68-33. And then in the fourth quarter, Tigers had 8 points and 11 points, I believe it is. Yes, it is 11 points for the St. Bede Bruins, bringing us a final score of 76-44 in the final home game of the season. It's too bad that everything has worked out in our world, but it's one thing the kids, when they have their 50th reunion from high school, or 51st or 52nd, they can talk about this crazy year of 2012.
And on the plus side, Charlie, we fared a lot better than most schools. I mean, we pretty much got all our games in, so we're thankful for that.
We did not have a massive
loss of games
or loss of players, so you couldn't play. And I was watching a documentary on the Cubs last year, and if I had understood it right, they said that the Cubs did not lose any ball players during this last year.
Okay.
To the virus.
Well, anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. Tigers win at 76-44. Jamie with 27, as Charlie said, 1,001 points. I had somebody tell me about the excellent quality of the picture and so forth. That has nothing to do with us. That's Steve Morton and Steve Gray and their great work, and this wouldn't be possible without them. So big time thanks.
That is very, very good what Princeton High School has done and allowed Steve and Gray to do that. I know a lot of schools have done it, but I've seen some of them where the quality of the picture just hasn't been very good.
We have instant replays in the whole 9 yards.
But
we're gonna,
ESPN right here at Princeton High School.
We are going to sign off for now and for the basketball season. Thanks so much for tuning in. For Charlie Waka, I'm Norm Vandermoon. Princeton wins 76-44. Jamie Reinhart gets over the 1,000-point mark. Have a good evening, everybody.